Here we go, y'all. Here we
Well,
go.
I thought it was a blessing when somebody offers it, but
All right, we got to go on.
it's a begging if you request it.
It's a gift if they offer it.
It's a begging if you request it.
Happy Wednesday. We are live. I don't know if y'all know. We live, but we live.
Hey.
Hey to every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping in on this fantastic Wednesday. I'm so excited. I feel like singing that song from the Muppets, Together Again. But anyway, I'm excited to have my brother because I told him I was having some issues, but God, he stepped in a mighty way. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
He stepped out of me.
Now I know you got your Jello. You got the Jello. See
the Bill Cosby Jello.
Sir, listen. Let me tell you, my mama, if she watches, she probably gonna say that. She said, "You know what? I just want to see him pull out that spoon and that Jello. It just does something to me. I don't know what it is."
You can't be in a bad mood with Jello. You just can't. You can't.
Unless you got dentures or you losing your teeth or something, then
it
you can be
my spirit.
Whatever works. But we're live tonight, and can I just say that I'm excited. We are 13 days in. Can y'all believe that?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I mean, like literally 13 days in. And can you believe so much stuff has happened just around us? But, you know, I'm going to just say, somebody asked me, how am I doing? I say, everything is doing just fine. You know, despite all the stuff that's going on, I'm just excited about what God is doing and how we're still moving. We got my brother. Those of you that have not watched this, you know what we do. Check out our latest, or should I say our last one. I just posted that one last night. Did you see it? I got that one up. So check it out. Do your history. Do your research. I mean, we've been at this for a while. But anyway, we're just on here, just kind of, my question for you is, before I even go into anything, what has changed? And a lot can change in 24 hours. So we got 13 days. What has changed for you, even where you are right now, whether it be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, food-wise? Instead of brother buying 6 Jellos, he's buying 24. I don't know. You know, what has changed? So, you know, feel free to dive in, but we're going to start it right there. And then we'll I got a couple of questions that somebody wanted me to ask y'all. But we're going to start right there.
Questions.
Who's going first?
You are.
You go ahead, Pastor.
Well, praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord. Since 2021 has come in, you already know I have my Jello, but I have added applesauce to it. Just for the things to know that you know, try to get a little healthier treat as opposed to going to get, you know, hot flaming, you know, deep cakes and all that. You know, so try to find a healthy alternative. But seriously, I would say my outlook on, well, I won't even say outlook, my perspective, because my position has changed. As opposed to just allowing things to happen to me, I've decided that I'm going to see stuff coming, and if I can avoid it, I'm going to avoid it. That was different for me before, because things would happen and you feel hopeless and helpless, like it's out of my hands. It's going to be what it's going to be anyway. So why even fight? Whatever. However, I think my fight has been fueled again. Last weekend, I had to bring the word. I haven't brought the word in almost 8 years. And it wasn't that I don't think I could do it anymore. It was more of a, I just kind of shut down certain parts of me. Life has a way, like I said, it becomes so big and all consuming that you just kind of go with the flow. Whatever happens, you do it. Down it down. And I think I had just been kind of going with the flow for so long that I forgot that I can help control the flow. Positive energy that I give out can definitely be reciprocated from others. I usually didn't expect it from others because I didn't get it from others. So, my like I said, my perspective has changed. But that's me for 2020.
And might I just say you did a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not just saying that. I don't give out comments like that.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
What say you, Sequita?
So 2020, so I'll just start for New Year's night. So the first time and ever I was able to wear shorts and bring in the new year. Usually I am at church doing the watch night service, but because the pastor that I serve under here had to go to a different church, it was a little further away and I just was not doing that drive. So I was like, let's do something different. We went to the park down the street from the house and we set off fireworks. And in the midst of me doing it, I had on shorts, y'all. Shorts at midnight, okay? That never, ever happened in the Midwest. So
you ain't saved. You're not supposed to be wearing shorts. You're supposed to be wearing a skirt, a blue jean skirt. Come on.
Wait, but let's talk about the arms, though. We need to deal with that.
Her arms is all out. She gave it up a long time.
Yep. Absolutely.
We need the sheet.
It ain't even summer.
And everybody that got the spirit of religion, I rebuke you right now in the name of Jesus. Everybody that's watching, that's agreeing with you. They're like, yeah, that's right. I thought she was Koji. Listen, don't let the religious foolishment get you in a place that is hotter than it was for me on New Year's Eve night. So anywho.
Spirit of denomination. That's what it is. The spirit of denomination.
It's the spirit of religion. That's religiosity. Okay? That's religiosity.
Religiosity.
Y'all starting already.
Just some words tonight, Harriet.
Y'all starting already.
So, yeah.
So I was on the live and I was encouraging everybody, y'all. I was just like, look, y'all, this is a new year. We made it. Y'all got to go after whatever you want. And I'm sitting here telling everybody else to do that. I'm encouraging people. They're responding to me like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to step out on faith this year. I'm going to take a leap. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. And as they're doing that, I'm like, I'm so fake and phony and artificial because I'm encouraging y'all to do something that I have not done. So I went to bed that night and I dreamt so big, y'all. I had a dream about success. And in the midst of me having a dream about success, I woke up wanting it so badly. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I've been sitting on my business for 6 years. But on January 1st, I finally went and registered my LLC. I started making contacts with people. Y'all hearing it first, just the FYI. Shout out to my god sister Ronnie. But yeah, I literally started making contacts with people, making sure people are investing in me, people are knowing about what I'm doing. So I literally did something that I have been afraid of doing for 6 years. And so if that's what I've done on January 1st.
But you didn't send no email to me.
I didn't. You're hearing it first.
But you should have been did that. All you got to do is just text me. Why I gotta wait like everybody else? I get VIP service. What are you talking about?
This is Trika B, okay? Don't you want us to be able to hear
that
it
ain't
live?
the right. First of all, because Sequita, that ain't the right spirit. Get it together, Trika. Let us finish. That ain't the right spirit. Come on.
You are not finna check me.
And her eyes is covered.
Anywho, so if that's how my year begins, then that's how it's literally. I'm looking for every opportunity this year. I'm doing something every day to ensure my success for the remainder of the year. And that's what I'm focused on.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So I guess for me, the first thing is probably I got a spirit of pettiness on me today. I don't know why.
I don't. Spirit. We bind it.
No, release that. Release that.
Release it.
No.
Release it. So I guess the first thing that I haven't done yet was to tell my sister to take down them Christmas lights in the back. So that's the first one for the.
Friend.
First of all, and I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. First of all, we're going into the month of love, right? Those lights are pink and white. I have a fuchsia tree. I took off the Christmas lights. There will be hearts placed on that tree. And furthermore, this is my house. I pay rent here. I like festivity and I love lights. So if I choose to have lights, why does it bother you, sir?
Well, they
It's
say
not Christmas.
Well, what they say in the business world, we'll take that offline. All right.
No, you brought it up online, but we're gonna keep talking about it online. Okay? When that pays bills here, then you can say something about my lights.
Where's your apostolic authority?
She ain't abiding by them. I have to pray for them. I have to go into the.
That's
mind. 101. Worry about yourself.
That's mind control. That's not gonna work over here. It's not gonna work over here. It's my house.
So
and I like my lights.
So in all seriousness, I've been talking to a lot of other preachers' kids and a lot of other saints lately, and you know what's crazy? Even in all of this turmoil, the people of God who are really trusting God are being blessed.
That's right.
It is amazing to me to see how many people of God are being blessed right now. Actually, a friend of mine and I had a conversation. We said, is God coming back because the saints is being blessed? Is he really? Is he on his way back? Is he just like, okay, here you go, niggas, here you go. Here's your blessings that y'all been asking for, but I'm coming back in 6 months. You know, we were just joking. But it almost feels, but I think it's our time as saints, like being serious. But I think it's just God is doing so much, and it's just amazing to me. And it's just not me. It's just not me. It's just not my sister. It's just not Anthony. It's just not you, Sequita. It's other people that are being blessed and have put in their time.
That's it.
You know what? Can I just respond to that? And let me tell you what the Lord had given me in a response to how we're being blessed. It's only 13 days in, and some of us have some amazing testimonies about what God has already done. But I was thinking about how in 2020, there were a lot of, we talked about the deaths, people dying, dreams died, marriages died, faith died. So many things died in 2020. I mean, ministries died, right? So many things died. But I was looking at Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, and I think it's the 6th verse, when it was talking about him breathing on them dead bones. So these dead bones live again. It takes God to breathe on them dead bones. So in order for them bones to live again, they had to already have been dead. And so it took God to breathe on them. And so what I'm understanding in the spirit realm is that in 2020, we experienced a lot of death, but in 2021, God is breathing on those very things that were dead. And so now we're living in the breathing. So we're experiencing his breath in 2021. That's why you're seeing people blessed. Yes. That's why you're seeing single women being married. That's why you're seeing women that were not able to have children becoming pregnant. That's why you're seeing businesses are now flourishing. That's why you're seeing ministries beginning, because now God is breathing on those things that were once dead.
That's good. That is good. I was just saying that the other day. I was like, everybody around me is, because I was saying something too. Two things I wanted to say. First thing is, sometimes you gotta take an analysis check with the people around you. If we all moving, that's the way it should be. You got about 0.5% just sitting there, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. We have to check that, because this is just my perspective. Those people they're takers. So because I've known you, Sequita, a long time, and I've known you, Brother Anthony and Brother Jay, I could just sit here because you're going to take me with you. And even at that, that's how my year has changed. When I tell you I have shut down, I'm looking at you with a whole nother thing, because my year is up. I had an opportunity to tune in to John Hanna's singles ministry on Saturday. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was it was kind of like, you know how you listen to something, you hear the same scriptures over and over again. But the scripture for that theme of prayer was Isaiah 41:10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. And when I say all of that, a lot of times I really understand now what it means to really just go inside yourself and shut down all of the noise, shut down all of the distraction, write down the things that you need. Certain things, certain conversations, certain people, certain movements, it's not necessary. Is this movement allowing me to grow? Are you wasting my time? You know what I'm saying? So even with that, it's a whole different perspective. You're not important. I love you. You're important to Jesus, but right now you're not on my to-do list. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been knowing you 97 years and nothing has come out. Not that you're saying that you're with that person, to grow, but everybody around you, it's a spirit. Prosperity it's a belief, it's a mindset, and it's also very contagious. How are we talking? When I'm talking to you, what are you talking about? What is coming out of your mouth? Is it life? Is it death? Are you speaking prosperity? Are you speaking stocks, bonds, investments? What are you speaking? You know what I'm saying? Not, oh, child, I ain't got this. And, oh, child, this. The devil be all kind of lies, because this says now faith is a substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
I got to ask you a question, Tricky.
Yes.
So is it our responsibility to bring the rest of the dead bones that's in certain churches with us?
Well, Harriet.
And how do we support our parents bringing those dead bones with us?
Well, let me say this. Let me just say this. Some people don't know how to live because they've been dead for so long. It's been a routine. That's just been what they're doing. And then some people just are courageous enough to step out of change. Change is life. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's your responsibility, especially if you've been in my church 97 years and you still giving $2 checks and your offer ain't never changed. You don't want to. I've been teaching you salvation. I've been showing you by example. I mean, PowerPoints, exercise, and what else do you need? Jesus died already. I'm not finna die for you. I'm just saying, like, certain situations, and then certain people struggle with growth. But I do believe if you really want something and you ask God and seek his face, you'll get it. Some people move faster than others. And that's okay. Some people just move real slow. That's okay. What changes in your day-to-day lifestyle is getting you, like Sequita said, every day. I try, if it's something to success, whatever small or how big it is, it's leading. But see, even on that, we've suffered a while. That's that scripture. Every time I look at us, I think about after you have suffered a while. This is the season of life. Ezekiel, the scripture. Sequita just said. It's a season of life. So I feel that all of the suffering helping our parents, helping the men and women of God, the people that are connected to them, some of that was suffering. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the other stuff, the principalities of the air. So now is the time God is blessing us to get inside of what we're supposed to do. If that makes any sense. Like really get inside. And for some strange reason, I feel like that spirit is just on us, like the Holy Ghost is inside us, grabbing to success, grabbing to, I'm determined. I will live and not die.
I got a question. So I got a question for Anthony. So from your viewpoint, when it comes to supporting your parents, and you see that blessing is kind of transferring to your parents, and then you see certain members kind of gravitate to them, and they're kind of sucking the life out of it. How are we as preachers' kids to deal with that, or what are you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, it is definitely a tricky dance that has to happen, because if those particular parents don't see it that way, then the way you approach it has to be different, as opposed to, filming, good daddy, mama and daddy, they using y'all. They ain't for y'all, because if they don't see it, now it's going to be combative. And that's not what you want. You want, always think about approaching anyone with issues that you want results, not punishment. And some people have a learned behavior of using people. It's been their go-to, and it has become their natural routine to use people. Sometimes these people don't even realize it. Not everybody, but there's some people that really, really, this is a habit. This is a way of life. They lie so much that they can't stop lying. We know people that lie so much they can't stop lying. They don't even know they lie.
Don't even know.
They lie and don't even, what I'm saying? It's become habit. So with knowing that people are come from different levels of their intellect, they don't realize, some stuff they're doing out of habit. When kids get in trouble, their first routine or first is to lie because they don't want to get in trouble. So that's the first reaction. But that thought came from something. That was the enemy was right there to show them, to teach them, to guide them through it. Well, if we're going to want another level from these people that are serving our parents' ministry, then they have to be taught. They have to be presented with all the tools to get weaned off of being a person that specializes on time. They got to be weaned off of that. I can't expect you to stop lying since I confronted you right now. Stop lying now. From this point on, I found you out. Stop lying. Don't ever lie again no more. It's a habit, So right. I think that behavior is learned behavior. I also think that I'm a firm believer of prayer, crying out to God, asking what you will, because He listens to us. He hears us. My thought goes to the scripture, Exodus 3:8. For I've surely seen the afflictions of my people. I've heard their cry. I know their moan. I come down to deliver them. So deliverance is a process. No, it shouldn't take 97 years, but we that are helping the process need to be helping and not so quick to hinder.
It don't take 110 years to get delivered.
No, it don't. That's why I said it shouldn't take that long. But we shouldn't also be the timekeepers of that deliverance for them, because we'll get in the way.
That's true.
So we have to be careful. That's what it's a fine dance. You got to kind of do, because you got to balance and keep Anthony's will out of it, because I don't want you taking advantage of my parents. So I'm going to come at you like you taking advantage of my parents, but then I got to remember you. So I got to remember this may be an opportunity for me to help be that gate that they couldn't get you to, that I can help you get across.
Okay.
Oh,
that's good.
So I have several approaches to that question. I really do, because I've
Is it
experienced.
the Peter?
No. I'm finna come on a whole different level. Just
Come on.
what I'm saying is that this is a very near and dear question that you're asking, James, because I've experienced this. And I'm going to share how I handled it. And I'm going to kind of, I guess, so what Anthony was saying is that sometimes, the leaders don't know. And I beg to differ. Some of our leaders are very, very aware of the behaviors. They're aware of the spirit that dwells amongst them. It's their job to be conscious of what's going on around them, right? So some of them know, but most of them, they know. And they know, but they know that their assignment, they know what their assignment is. They know how they're supposed to handle it. Some of them do not like confrontation, so they don't deal with it a certain way. What I do know though is I often think that it is still your responsibility as a leader. If it is brought to your attention by way of the Holy Spirit or by your child or whomever it is, if it's brought to your attention, it is your responsibility to handle it. It's not the responsibility of the children, because sometimes we have to remember they're not our parents while they're in that pulpit. They're in a role, they're in a position. And so they have to be able to be led because God called them to that position. Now, my issue sometimes is I often think about Eli in the Bible. And when he was talking to Samuel, God was talking to Samuel about Eli, how Eli had to get rebuked because he knew his children were running amok and he never rebuked them. So because he didn't want to deal with it, not that he didn't believe that they were treacherous and that he knew that they were cutting up, but he refused to rebuke them. Same thing with some of the churches, some of our leaders, some of our parents. Know people in the ministry cutting up, acting a fool. They refuse to rebuke them. Why? Because they've been there for, like you said, 97 years. They've been of support all this time. They've been faithful, right? Even though they're faithful devils, they've been faithful. And you know what I'm saying? So some of the responsibility is really on the leaders. Sometimes you can't even come and say that person is so and so. They're like, don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing about them members, them God's, I ain't got time for that. My job, what I'm supposed to do is cover you, pray for you, undergird you. While I'm sitting here praying for you and these folks acting a fool, I cannot afford to fight with them. What I need to do is be fighting for you while you're in the midst of a war that you don't even realize you're in. So as your child, I have to cover you and pray for you to make sure that whatever happens doesn't affect you the way that it could if I'm not praying and I'm not covering.
Got you. So I got another question for you, Sequita. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit. And so I know it's a very touchy subject, and we'll talk about it next week as well. When you find out that someone is stealing from your parents, how do you go about it? In the church.
Woo! Well,
I haven't dealt with it in the most safe way. I'll admit I have not dealt with it in the most safe way. I ask for forgiveness afterwards, but
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Come on, Sequita. Come on, let the glory use you.
Because I want to say something super spiritual, but that'll be fake, phony, and artificial. So
We're in the flesh now. We in the flesh now. We get into the flesh.
Definitely in the flesh. It's upsetting because this has actually, this is heartfelt because Anthony he knows this to be true. It has happened.
Mm-hmm.
It has happened. And I had to keep my mouth shut. I had to, not by choice, but by circumstance. Because at the end of the day, we're still representing them. At the end of the day, I don't care what people do to you. You're still representing your parents. So people are judging your character based off how you handle instances that occur with them.
That's so deep.
Give my mama her prayer cloth. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't steal from my mom.
First of all, if y'all know how funny, that's not even funny. But if y'all know how real that is, Not just one though. We're talking 10. Next.
I can tell by the way he eating that Jello that that's for real. He's there.
No, like.
Oh, how about, I got a good one for you. How about stealing the Bible?
What?
And you know it's not yours.
You gonna steal the word?
Because the leader's names is on the Bible, but you convinced that it's yours.
Because he gave it to him?
Sometimes I feel like the Lord just wants us to just kind of like walk up to people and just slap it out their hand, like whatever they took or whatever. Because it's like for you to show me, I mean, you allow me to see them walk in with. You know, you allow me to witness them hold it. They proud, they bold. Well, I'm bold too. You know, I
This is a little touchy.
I'm spiritual.
I can tell Anthony is not doing well right now. This is
deep. This is real deep, y'all, because people don't know the hurt that we experience when we have to watch them go through stuff, and we can't always respond the way we want to.
Let me just say for the record, I responded the way I wanted to. Okay? Because when I got of age and we went through something similar, and it's touchy for me because I was responsible for cleaning it up. The nights that I sat, trying to figure out stuff, crying because I didn't know which way to go, what to do, who, what, cat, dog. But when I tell you my family knew exactly how I felt, and even to this day now, I'm very open. If I think it's stupid, you gonna know it's stupid. If I think you a demon, I'm gonna call you a demon. If I smell a demon, if I look at it, you're a demon. There is, because see, the thing is, like you said, Sequita, I understand, but at the same time, for so long we've been quiet, and I've seen the people that were around the preachers in my family, and it burnt a hole in the side of my neck. Because I'm like, you can't see? That's the devil. You can't see? He's a thief. You can't see? She's a thief. You can't see? You can't see? And I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything.
But sister, it took us a while to even get to that point. It probably just happened 5 years where we had that latitude to even do that.
That's very true. It was a process. But mom knew firsthand, because that's just the kind of relationship my brother and I we raised in. And my mom, she tell us, if she was on here now, she will co-sign this, and Jay would attest to this. She would say, if you see something happening, coming my way, I can't see it, Trigger, let me know. If you gotta shake me, there's a train coming. And she says that to this day. She said, please don't let me run into that train, because sometimes I have my spiritual eyes on. I can't see the natural right now because I'm trying to deal with what I'm seeing in the spirit. That's living with a prophet.
Yeah.
You know, so when you have all of that, he likes it. And I think it's just our parents. They've been wonderful to receive information. Sequita. And now we're gonna take a quick commercial.
I'm sorry.
Because my homegirl has a business call. But anyway, but would you agree with that, brother? Like, yeah. You know, even to this day, they'll let us know if something is like, yo, let us know. But on the other hand, other preachers in my family, it was not that easy to relay that kind of information. And when I see danger now and my alarm goes off, I'm talking. I mean, I'm going to sound the alarm.
Well, it was an occasion where I had to address something like a nigger from the south side of Chicago. And we'll just keep it at that. But I'm in the family, I'm kind of the person of escalation. Trickers usually the individual, my uncle, my mom, and my sister are kind of the individuals that kind of keep everything, they keep the boat flowing.
Yeah.
And then if there's a point of escalation, then they'll call me in, and then I'm not too nice about it once, because by that time my mom's upset, my dad's upset, my uncle's upset, my grandma's upset. So by the time that I'm getting related information, I'm gonna approach it like a nigga from South Side of Chicago. Period. That's probably not the most saved way to do it, but God's still working on me. Remember, I got my doctors from Apostles R Us. God's still working on me.
Wait,
Still,
apostle hands. Come on, y'all.
These are the real hands. These are the
But you know what? And I stand by this statement. And I don't care what people say on Facebook, but you got to have somebody in your family 50% thug, like straight up crazy, cray. You know what I mean? Like my brother, you know, he real low key, but a lot of people are extremely afraid of him. And I thank God for that. I'm glad he's 9'5" because I'm 2'6". So it works out.
Know, each one of the disciples played a different role and a different purpose. They brought something different to Jesus' voice. Plain and simple. They just did. True. You know, and had not Peter been who he was, because see, Jesus knew who Peter was when he called him. When he spoke to him, when he said, you know, got him to come on with him. He knew. He knew who he needed in his crew. He knew who Judas was. He knew. You know, so we all play roles in our parents' lives. But I think a lot of times what happened is that, and we talked about this when we first started, the expectation that people have out of the PK, whether it be they expect us to be perfect, or they expect us to not say nothing, or they expect us to,
that's it.
You know, it's totally different now. I think the world has evolved, which has allowed us to be a little more free and bold to speak up.
Right.
As our parents didn't have that freedom when their parents were, you know, in charge, and, you know, passing on, because it was seen and not heard during their day. You know, I remember going to the elders council when we were getting my ministerial license. They told us when we came in there we would be, you know, to watch, and we had nothing to say because we weren't allowed to speak up at all. And I'm like, I hear that, and that makes sense. You know, I'm there to learn and soak it all in. But some of the stuff I was seeing, I'm like, but that, y'all gonna let, I have so many, you know, like, I think this is not for me because I don't want to embarrass my daddy.
I got you.
Yeah. You know, I don't.
Yes. My exact sentiments.
See,
because that's one reason why I do not have a license. Because I have this thing about I have my own mind. I have my own mind. And if God is not telling me to do that, sir, ma'am, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. You know, to each their own. Everybody is different, but there's freedom when I live in my truth. And for so long, I could not say anything, or I didn't have the courage to say anything. But I'm not going to disrespect you or make you feel bad or belittle you. But one thing is the truth. If it looks like a duck, it's a duck. If it smells foul, I'm going to call it what it is. You're not going to sell me rain and tell me it's Kool-Aid. No.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to go along with it. No.
Yeah, it took me a while to even get there. I'm out of my siblings. I'm an introvert. I'm more quiet, you know, to myself. You know, I guess I can you know come alive when I'm with my people or whatever. But my parents will tell you most of my childhood I was in the room by myself. You know, doing music or whatever I was doing. But I'm not a speak up and whatever. I didn't find my voice and not singing voice, my voice to speak up until after high school.
Wow. Okay.
I had mastered being invisible because when you're invisible, you don't get blamed. When you're visible, they don't ask you to do this, do that. They don't volunteer you. When you're invisible, you don't get picked on. When you're invisible, you're not a target. So I had mastered that art of being invisible. And then out of nowhere, I get, grown and I got my own choir. That means I got to speak up. I'm in charge. I'm a leader. I got to speak. It goes against my very nature.
Okay.
Every time we get ready to go sing, on the inside of me is, why did I get on this roller coaster? Oh my God, here we go again. I think I carried on my text. I want to get off. I want that. As we going up to sing, literally, that happens every time. Like, I'm terrified. And it doesn't really go away. I've just learned to deal with it, manage it. But like I said, I'm an introvert. So it's all of this.
Yeah.
I just speak up.
Yeah. But you know what I noticed? Most people that are in the creative arts industry, or they're artsy music, whatever, they're they're extreme introverts.
Mm-hmm.
They are extreme introverts. And I like to talk, don't get it twisted, but I like to be alone. I like my quiet time. If I talk on the phone, there's certain people that I talk to, and that's the God's honest truth. And I like to talk, but at the same time, I like to be by myself. But at the same time, all of this that's happening, that's Jesus. Because for years, I did not talk at all. You couldn't get nothing out of me. I was so quiet.
Hey,
Didn't
Trika,
say anything.
by the way, I got on Facebook for a quick second. Shout out to my other brother in crime, Matt Hood.
Hey, Matt.
He just like me. He will strangle you if needed.
Thank you so much, Matt, for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we appreciate that. I haven't really been paying attention. I'm trying to see who else is on here. We got Sandy who's on here. Shout out to Sandy. Hey, my sister Navinka. I can't. Maybe I'm missing some other people's names, but we love you guys. Thank you for just tuning in and hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Now where did we leave off at? Laquita.
I'm sorry. I've got so many distractions.
Get a distraction. We rebuke you.
Okay. So here's the deal. I don't forget what I was. No, when James was talking about so here's the deal, y'all. I'm the one that goes off. Stop shaking your head, Anthony.
I'm sorry.
I'm the one.
He's not gonna lie for you. He's not gonna lie.
Let the people have all of it. But I've been so much better.
She has.
I have not said a mumbling word.
Like she has.
But because I was like that, I felt like it was necessary that the people know that this ain't that. Okay? If they don't see what you're doing, I see. And my thing is, and it was probably for the wrong reasons, because I wanted the people to know, I see what you're doing. And I hear what you're saying. I hear what you ain't saying. You know what I'm saying? I was that one that would be all in your face to let you know, and I'm gonna let the world know that I know that you on some foolishness. Mm-hmm. But I had to. My mom always tell me, I don't need a bodyguard. I need an armor bearer. Mm-hmm. And since then, I've been really, well, I ain't gonna say ever since then, I've been working on that where because I would be the one that squat up no matter where we are. Like, we've been in some evangelist breakfasts with everybody there, and I squat up.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Amen, lights. I know, I'll be there. But you know what? I wish I could be like that. So for anything, I love when she get upset like that. I'll be like, yes, you're living through me. I'm living through you. Yes.
You know how people say it's a lot for me to get upset. Let's just be honest. It don't take much of nothing, y'all. It don't take nothing. If the way you look, if you look at my mama the way she walked, my question is, why are you looking at her like that? You know what I mean? Why are you looking at my dad like that?
You know what? I'm like that. However, my siblings all take the crazy. So I have to be the reason.
Nate is sensible.
Yeah, I have to be I'm usually the voice of reason because we get ready to go off. So it's like.
Would you say you're the peacemaker?
Anthony is definitely Anthony is definitely the peacemaker. Then Vance.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Sheila and Eddie are neck and neck.
Wow.
It depends on what they feel like.
They don't care. They'll shoot you.
Okay.
Well, I think too, like for me and Trika, so for me and Trika, there will be times where Trika will just go clean off.
But you
Trika
gotta
will go,
get her there. You gotta
but yes, you gotta. She'll go clean
get
off,
her
and she
there.
will not let it go. And so I am some. She's like a little pit bull.
No.
She's like a little pit bull. This iron.
It's been 96 years. Let it go, Trika.
Yeah, just like let it go, Trika. That's another bone for another day. That's another bone for another day, missionary.
He's right though. Once I'm up there, it takes a long time for me to come back down.
And then usually, well, what's funny too, like my mom would be like, well, you know, your sister had a bad day. You might want to give her a call and just kind of talk her through it, you know. She's been through a lot. She said the saints is bothering her. So you might want to.
Oh, that sound just like your mom.
Yep. Yep. I'm mastering it. Like, you know, I just lather myself in Vaseline, and when they say something crazy, it don't even bother me no more.
But a lot of times,
It's hurtful. You
a
don't
lot
want
of
to.
times before I'll go. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
But a lot of times before I go off, I'll get permission, and I'll get permission from my grandfather's gonna kick my behind for saying this, but I'll get permission from everybody besides my grandfather.
He know that. He already know that. Granddaddy ain't dumb. He know that. Cause he
I'll
already
get permission from everybody but my grandfather.
and cause he said, you know, my grandson, he's the gangster of the family. I already know what he doing. Don't worry about it.
At least you get permission, because we don't get permission. We just do it.
Yeah, I don't even. If I have any issues or any drama, I don't even tell my siblings because it's just too smoke. They're gonna take it to the next level.
And it doesn't matter. No, yeah. I remember, and see, I've been really careful on what I say on these lives, because people.
I'm so proud of you, Sequita. Ooh, listen, God is doing new things in your life.
You know, I call people's names and everything.
Ooh, y'all don't know Facebook land. This is a changed woman.
But when I tell you, I never forget somebody. It was a young lady, and I'm not gonna say who she is, but she came for mom one day.
Uh-oh.
And it was,
huh? Inbox me.
What did you say?
He said inbox me.
Oh, you about to know? You about to know, because it happened. You about to know what happened. Okay. She came for mom, right? And of course I was there, so I handled it. No worries. I handled it. Mom was like, you know, mom was basically telling me, calm down, don't worry about it, I got it. I said, nah, this one on me. Let me handle this, right? So I handled it. No worries. Sheila found out about it months later. The young lady came to the house because mom had forgiven her. Everything was good. But the young lady came to the house. And the first thing Sheila said, because all Sheila knew is heard about what happened. She didn't know that there was reconciliation that came afterward. Sheila goes in like, why are you here? Like, so you can't tell them, like Sheila, Eddie, you cannot. I don't care if it happened 27 years ago. You
and
can
still, even with the reconciliation, they still may not be all right with it.
Yeah, they're not going to be all right with it. And then, like, if something happened 27 years ago and they haven't seen the person, and they happen to go to Family Dollar and they see the person, they're going to say,
Family Dollar.
Yes, they're going to. True story. I'm not even playing. They're going to be like, yeah, I've been waiting to see you. It's been 27 years.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to see you.
I've been waiting to see you.
7 years?
27 years.
It don't matter.
They do not care. If they get
was it Dollar General or Family Dollar?
You said what?
Was it Dollar General or Family Dollar? Which one was it?
It could be Dollar Tree. They do not care. Do you hear me?
Whatever they see you is going dollar down.
You would have thought something. You done probably forgot about it, but they have not. And then it's because I've seen it. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I've seen it happen. They are like that. They do not care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most people think I'm an only child because they were so contrary. So unless they know the family, most people that meet me think I'm an only child.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It is. Because they don't, I mean, because it could be in church. Like I'm telling y'all, when I'm not playing with y'all, it could be a bishop. They do not care. I've seen one go off on a bishop.
Yes, he did.
He did.
He told him you a man like me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah. I just hold my head down like Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord.
But
Well, what's funny is I still have cousins that are still upset at particular people of the cloth
Mm-hmm.
because of how they treated my parents or my grandfather, and those are the real niggas.
And I guess we should do a disclaimer for all of the church folk, all the members. Do not think, and I had to tell somebody this, my mom's daycare, she's been doing it for 30 some years, never had an issue, had one lady that acted a fool. And I said, the problem is they think that because y'all saved and that y'all love the Lord and that y'all really do right by the people, they forget that you are connected to people that don't love your God the way you do, or that love God but not afraid of going to jail, or that they love you so much that they're willing to go to jail for you.
Yeah.
And so people forget that I'm saved, but my family is not. And so when I had to let this lady know, like, you see them and you see that they're awesome, godly people, and they always operating in the spirit of, love and forgiveness. But that's not, they got children, they have siblings, they have friends that will kill a nigga for them.
Yeah, and it's always that one mother in the church that has that grandson that's been to jail probably about 20 times, and he don't care because he loves your family, and he don't care. He just waiting to get out of jail.
And he will buy every chicken dinner that you sell. He gonna be at the church picnic. He may be shooting dice in the parking lot, but he gonna be there.
And have a couple blunts in his pocket, ready to go.
Playing basketball, smoking a blunt. That's just what they do. But at the end of the day, they don't play about Big Mama. They don't play about their grandpa. They don't play about Papa. And so I think people need to understand that even in ministry, that's your pastor. But at the end of the day, that's my mama. At the end of the day, that's my daddy, and I'm not playing. Period.
And they also have members in there. Like the pastors and apostles and ministers in the church, they have members in there that really will go to the ends of the earth for them.
For sure.
So you got to be careful when they find out, because a lot of times preachers don't say much, but if they find out that particular, they did this to the pastor, you don't know what her grandson gonna do to you. You might want to chill.
It's the same way with me being with my choir. I can't tell them most of the stuff that I go through, because if I talk about it, it's supposed to be a situation. I got to go talk them off the lid. Most of my life has been pent up rage because I can't go off because I got to calm everybody else down. I want to be upset about my situation, but they get a hold of my situation and now it's there. They got this. Don't worry about it. What? I want to be mad, but now I gotta find reason within it to calm you down.
I know 3 of his members right now. They're not still members, but it's 3 people that came through his choir. I know for a fact they will go to jail for this one.
I believe it.
It might be more, but I'm saying I'm confident in 3 of them right now. I'm confident in 3 of them right now.
It's to the point. It's to the point I don't even post a lot of stuff on Facebook. Like if I'm having a rough day, I have to like word it carefully. I have to like, it can't be a person like at all, because they already asking me who is this, what's going on, who do I need to roll up on. I'm like, dude, let me just be mad. Let me just have my bad day and let me get through it. They don't.
Well, we okay now. We've been good. Now we got about 4 minutes.
Okay.
And this is an opportunity. This is the cut up included.
Okay.
Because we've been deep.
We've been deep.
I know my brother started talking about my lights, and I ain't through with that. They're not Christmas lights anymore.
They look like Christmas
days.
lights to me.
They
look like
love
Christmas lights to me.
because they pink and white.
Were they always that color?
Yes.
There they were. So they were Christmas lights. See, she trying to navigate through
pink
it.
and white.
They multicultural lights.
Huh? What he said?
Multicultural lights.
In March, you're gonna have green lights for St. Patrick.
No.
Not gonna have the black lights for February.
Black History.
Love Day month. So I'm
the yellow. You need yellow, green, and red. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the tree, do the whole shebang. I got a whole thing. Trust me.
Girl, your husband, I'm praying for him now. I am praying for him now, okay?
I've been praying for him for 34 years that he's gonna have to deal with my sister. I just know that it's gonna have to go before the father.
He's gonna be okay.
But
he ain't
one
gonna
thing,
about it.
listen, one thing I can
He's probably gonna be colorblind because he's gonna be like 88, so he might not
No.
And you see?
He's not gonna be 88, maybe 58, but he ain't gonna be 88.
He's gonna be blind.
Lord
One
Jesus.
thing I can guarantee.
Wait, could you date a blind person? Wait, quick question. Could y'all, this is a question for all of y'all. Could y'all date somebody blind?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Nope. Now, if I'm dating them and they go blind, it depends on how deep we are into this.
So if you were about to propose, you were this close, like the next day, and they went completely.
I would stay with them.
You would stay, okay, because you're about to.
I would stay. Right. It's been 2 months, and if you lose it, I'll send you some flowers. I'll come,
They won't see it. If you lose your sight, you lose me. What?
They can feel it pretty much. They can feel them.
But think
I'm just being honest.
So you don't know if you could, Chica or James?
I don't know. I kind of feel like what my brother said. It depends on. Listen, you got good income coming in. We'll work out the rest. God will heal you. I just pray for you. You been in the morning.
But I mean,
Steve, I want to be in the wheel, not his wheel. It's the wheel.
Stevie Wonder has been blind his whole life, right?
I ain't saying she a gold digger. I'm just saying.
Hey, that's for no broke niggas.
Ain't no gold digger's gonna make it through the eye of that needle. So you know that.
You can get saved after she dig the gold.
Sequita with you?
Sequita, laugh. Why you so deep?
So look, I don't know if I could date a blind man.
You know what? You don't know until you in the situation.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if somebody came to me and he was feeling for me and he was like, hey, because he already.
Sequita, you got 1 minute. Get it all out your system. 1 minute.
He couldn't tell you you're beautiful and not be, possibly lying.
He lied. See, he already coming off with the wrong spirit. He lied. Tulsa, you're so beautiful. I can't take him serious. You're the beautiful woman in the world. I can't. Because he ain't got nobody to compare you to.
He gotta do the Ray Charles. Ray Charles, he felt on everybody's face. He just
But he remembered he had sight before. He had an incident that occurred, right? Ray Charles?
He had an eye disease.
Right. But he had why is she laughing?
But it was sick He was at 6 years old when he went
Yeah,
blind.
so he saw Ugly and Beautiful before, so he knows he knows.
When you 6 years old, ain't no such thing as
That's not true.
No.
That's not
No,
true.
no,
Kids tell the truth. Kids know when your breath stink. Kids know when your teeth jacked up. Kids know the truth now.
Yeah,
I had a little
kids
kid,
know you like a frog.
in my classroom came down to the office one day, One was real dark and one wasn't. And when he walked in and he saw the one that was real dark, he said, "Man, you real black." Like as if it was an ugly thing, right? They know this stuff. Like I'm telling you.
My nephew asked my friend, "Why are you so fat? And how did you get like that?" They know. He said, "How are you so fat? Like, I'm trying to understand this."
One of Corn's kids, he got 4 kids. One of his kids, the youngest one, he's bad, but he still, he was bad. He told someone that was him, he said, "How you get so big you can't even fit all in my eyes?" He was like, "Do you know you big?" He said, "Go on, yeah, come on." He said, "No, you real big." Like he told her this. He was about 5'6".
Yeah, so they know the truth. They know the truth now. So.
Hey, by the way, we got 2 minutes. I gotta go to the restroom. I've been drinking this water.
Release that bladder, Apostle.
Let it flow.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it rain. Let it rain.
Listen.
I can't take y'all. I'm so glad that y'all.
So seriously, so if somebody was already blind, I just got to know.
Let it go.
Somebody already blind, and you get set up on a blind date, literally a blind date. She said, "And the truth shall make you pee." Hey, if they hold on, so would you accept the blind date?
Would I accept a blind date with a blind man? What?
Yeah, it's like a legit blind date. Like,
but what if he got glaucoma?
I didn't hear anything I said before. I said.
No, I'm saying this is the first time your interaction. It's not like y'all been rocking, y'all been talking on the phone or whatnot. He accidentally called the wrong number and y'all just been vibing. It's not like that. It's like he's blind. He's blind, like he's been blind.
So are you going through this right now, Sequita? Are you looking for advice?
I couldn't do it. She said, "Stop."
Okay, we done tricking. Sorry, we'll close it out.
I couldn't do it. It just came to me when I said that the man would be colorblind and won't see the light.
But Jesus can heal it. See, Jesus could put his hands on it and heal him.
But you know, didn't David die blind?
Yeah, but he had syphilis.
He spit in his eye and he healed his eye.
But I think he didn't brother.
He had syphilis. He had gonorrhea or something.
Yep. He had syphilis.
He had syphilis, so that's what happens.
That's not proven. We've not studied the word for that one. No.
All right, Trika. We about to go way left.
But what I'm saying is that he was blind. So what I'm saying is that some things are unto death, and some people are going to die blind. Some people are spiritually blind.
Without me.
Yeah, I won't be on by your side.
We're done.
Can we edit that? We need to delete that because I don't want to offend
we can't.
Look, nobody I was gonna say nobody that's watching, but I don't want to offend nobody that's listening.
It's too late.
You see what I did there?
All right. Thank you guys so much.
What questions did you have for us, Trika?
It's time to go.
Just what questions though?
Don't worry about it. We're going to save it for the next ones because I got them written down. Don't worry about it because this blind thing is stuck in your spirit. So we're going to disconnect and we'll continue it. But I want to say, let me do my little commercial break. I want to say thank you guys so much.
I see what you did there.
Hanging out with us. I really, really appreciate it. It's been awesome. If you're not busy tomorrow, tune in. We will be live. You'll get a chance to meet my family. My brother be with me again, my mom and my dad.
What?
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes. Living with a prophet and a preacher. That is going to be an interesting dialogue. I cannot wait till tomorrow night. We're doing it tomorrow
Hey, y'all
night.
couldn't sneak out the house or nothing because they saw it in the spirit. Like,
She's planning
No.
something.
So we won't have a taping on Friday. It just kind of worked out that we're all able to be together tomorrow. And again, thank you. We've had, this is on the shipping part as far as my shirts. I've been going through so much warfare as far as production and getting product out, the whole shebang bang. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your orders. Keep buying them. I'm not going to tell you not to stop buying them. Just come on in. If you want to buy 100, I got you covered. If you want to buy 1,000, I got you covered. Listen, thank you so much for taking out the opportunity to come and hang out with us for an hour. We will be back next week. And next week, we have a surprise guest. So it's going to be the four of us plus one more. And I'm excited about, she agreed to come on, and I really appreciate that. And we're going to try to keep switching it up as much as possible. Please keep sending your questions in. If you got to send them in through Anthony, if you got to send them in through Sequita, even my brother, please do, even myself. You can email me at iamtricab@gmail.com. All my little handles and social media, all that stuff. Y'all know, it's on here. I love y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Y'all don't want to miss tomorrow because I'm super excited. Love you guys. Have a good night.